Hi everyone, it's Alex with Holistic Movement Pilates. Today I have a lower body workout for you on the reformer using no prop. So we're going to go ahead and get started with your foot bars at the starting position. A heavy and a light spring is always on my balance body reformer. That is going to be a red and a yellow. Headrest can be up or down, that is up to you. We're going to start with some single leg feet and straps. So let's go ahead, lie ourselves down onto our reformers. And once we get down, we're going to start just right into a neutral position of our pelvis. You guys are going to reach behind you, grab your right strap into your hand, and then the long loop is going to go onto the arch of your right foot. Right leg is going to go up just as high as we can hold a neutral position of our pelvis. And then I'm going to go ahead and lift my left knee up into a tabletop position. Again, sacrum heavy, pelvis is going to stay nice and still. Single leg lowering, I'm going to exhale, pull my right leg straight down towards my springs, and then I'm going to inhale, hinge to come back up. So I'm going to exhale to pull straight down, inhaling as I hinge to come back up, feeling just the back of my leg into my glute, engaging as we pull, exhale down, inhale again as we return back up. Think core is always active, so abdominals are drawing in as we pull, and then inhale, return back up. Now I have a little bit of a bend to my knee. That's going to work into my glutes and my hamstrings a little more, so that's up to you if you go a small bend to your right knee or if you go a straight right leg. Let's go ahead and do 3 more. For 2. And then last one, exhale down. And then inhale back up. Now we're going to lower our leg down to a little lower than a 45. We're going to bend the right knee in, and then when we come in, we're going to go both heels together, toes turn apart, knees are both up and out to the sides, and then we're in our frog position. Right leg is going to be the only one pushing out, left leg stays. Exhale as you push your right leg out. Inhale as we bend to come back in for those single leg frogs. Exhale, push. Inhale back. Feel free to take your hands onto your pelvis just to make sure that it's staying nice and still. Again, exhale away. Inhale as we return back in. Okay, let's go ahead and do 2 more. And then last one, out and then in. Okay, bring both knees parallel with each other. We're gonna push our right leg out 1 time, hold ourselves here. Arms can either stay at your sides or you can grab onto your shoulder blocks for a little extra stability. I'm gonna lower my right leg a little further down towards my springs, open it slightly out to the side to circle around and back up. Now I wanna think my left knee is gonna stay over my hip the entire time, so it's not gonna open out to the left side of the room to counteract with that. You're gonna go straight down, open slightly out to the side to circle around and back up. Again, keep your left knee and your pelvis in the same position the entire time. So as always, the movement comes right from the head of the femur in that hip socket. This is our nice leg warm up we have here. Okay, the next time we come up, pause and reverse. We go out, down, around, hinge, come back up. Again, make sure your left hip stays heavy, left knee stays over your hip. Should feel your adductors engage a little more in this direction. We're gonna do 3. And then last one here. Okay, when we come back up, pause, set your left foot down, give your right strap a nice little pull just to stretch quick. And then we're gonna take our strap off of our foot, hang it back up onto the peg, and then we're gonna change sides. So short left strap goes onto the left foot. It is the long loop. Leg is gonna go up just as high as we can hold our neutral. Right leg tabletop. Exhale as we pull the left leg straight down, inhaling as we hinge. Again, coming back up, holding that nice steady pelvis the entire time. And then as always, just make sure that your toes stay pointed straight up towards the ceiling. Small bend to your knee or a straight leg. That is up to you. Engage the abs every time we go down. Okay, we're gonna do 4 more here. And then last one. Okay, now when we come back up, we're gonna pause at the top. The leg goes down to a little lower than a 45. Both knees are bent in, both legs are in our external rotation. So heels are together, toes are apart, knees are out to the sides. Just the left leg is gonna push out. Just your left leg comes back in for our single leg frogs. Again, feel free to take your hands onto your hips. Just make sure that your pelvis is staying still. Exhale, push. Inhale back. Okay, I'm going to do 2 more. And then last one out and in. Okay, now once we come back in, we're gonna go knees parallel with each other. Push your left leg out one time, hold. Arms are either at your sides or you're gonna grab onto your shoulder blocks like me. The left leg lowers a little further down. We open slightly out to the side to circle around and back up, down, around and up. So again, the right knee stays over your hip. Your right hip stays heavy down onto the carriage. 3 more circles in this direction. Exhale down. Inhale as you open to circle around and back up. Okay, last one. Then once we come back up, pause and reverse. This direction is going to be a little more challenging. So you should be going out, down, around, hinging to go straight up. Again, keep that right leg, right side of your pelvis still. 3 more. And then last one here. Okay, when we come back up, set your right foot down. Again, just give your left leg a quick stretch here. And then we are gonna take that strap up of our foot and hang it up. Now, we're gonna stay on the same springs. If you have your headrest up, they do have to go all the way down. We're gonna move into some lighter bridges. So you can either go heels or arches of your feet onto the foot bar. Feet are gonna go about hip distance away from each other. And then when we move into these bridges, if you cramp up too much in your hamstrings with this lighter spring, then your feet go under the foot bar rather than on the foot bar. So figure out where you want to go, heels, arches, on or under those foot bars. Take an inhale first in our neutral position. On an exhale, I'm going to flatten my low back down into the carriage. We are rolling our spines up, and as we roll, it is 1 vertebrae at a time. We are trying to keep our carriages still. We're going to take an inhale at the top, and then on our exhale, we're slowly rolling our spines back down. We're going to inhale in our neutral. Exhale as we flatten our low backs down, roll our spines up, use those glutes, hamstrings. Take that inhale. Again, exhale as we slowly articulate our spines back down into the carriages. Let's do about 3 more here. Again, try to keep your carriage from moving. Knees, feet stay parallel. Okay, 2 more. Exhale, 1 vertebrae at a time to roll. Feel those glutes, hamstrings, quads. I'm into my calves as well. Okay, last one, we're gonna hold at the top. So when we get here, we're gonna pause at the top. Range of motion is gonna be up to you for these. So we're gonna inhale, push our carriages out as far as you feel comfortable. When you push, your hips should naturally lower because your knees are lowering. So pause here. I have a nice long line from my heel to my knee, to my hip, to my shoulder. And then when I come back in, my knees lift, so that means my hips lift as well. Push the carriage out as far out as you feel comfortable. Exhale, pull back in. Inhale away. Exhale to bring it back in. Keep going. Push and pull. Good. We're going to go for 3. Use those glutes, hamstrings. 2. Last one, knees, feet stay parallel. Okay, when we come in, roll our spines down. Feel free to just give yourselves a little stretch. We're gonna sit ourselves off to the sides. Now, we're gonna stay on this heavy, light spring on your reformer. We're gonna stand on our reformers facing our foot bars. Now, once we step up onto our carriages, we're gonna start with the left foot on the wooden platform, both hands on your foot bar, and the right foot is going to go back to the shoulder block. Now, if you have shorter legs and this feels too far away, you do not have to go up against the shoulder blocks. You can step your right foot a little further forward if you would like to. Okay, if you feel comfortable, hands are gonna come off of the foot bar. If you don't, you can keep a light touch. Okay, my right leg stays long. We're lunging, little hinge forward here with our spine. On an inhale, I'm gonna bend my left knee to sink into a lunge. I'm gonna push into my left foot to come up. So inhale, bend, and then exhale, push into the left foot again to come up. The idea is that that right leg is gonna stay long the entire time, using that left leg to bring you up and down. Inhale, sink into it. Exhale, push to come up. Again, I'm keeping that little hinge forward of my spine the entire time. Let's do 3 more here. For 2, last 1, and up. Okay, hands on the foot bar. We're gonna go ahead, step our right foot forward, rotate towards the right side of the room into side splits. Heavier spring, so it's our abductors today rather than our adductors. So the further out we have our right foot away from the body, the easier it's gonna be. The closer it is to the edge of the carriage, the more challenging it's gonna be. Look at your toes, make sure that they're even, parallel. Arms can be wherever they feel comfortable. I'm going to exhale to push my carriage away. Inhale, resist. The springs come back in. Don't let them pull you back. Exhale, push. Inhale, resist. So outsides of the legs and glutes. If your shoulders, or if your hands are on your hips like me, watch your shoulders in your ears. Exhale out. Inhale, resist. I'm gonna do 4 more here. Adjust your feet as needed. Okay, for 2. And then last one, exhale, push. And then inhale, resist back in. Okay, now once we come back in, we're gonna pause. Feet are gonna stay in the same position. I'm gonna push about halfway out with my legs and we're gonna hold halfway. Bend the knees, hinge forward into a squat. So think neutral position of our spine. With that hinge forward, our abs are in towards our back. Left leg is gonna stay here, right leg is gonna push out and in for skates. Out with the right, in, out with the right in. Again, the left leg stays in the same position. Our upper body stays in the same position. It's just the right leg out, in, right leg out, in. We'll go 3, 2, 1. Now hold your right leg bent halfway. Left leg is gonna push out, bend to come back in. Left leg pushes and in. Try to get to that straight leg. Scoop into your core. Again, right leg and torso stay. Left leg is the one pushing out and in this time. We're gonna do 6. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, all the way back in. We're gonna rotate towards our straps this time, but we're gonna go onto our hands and our knees. So you can kneel down on the carriages. You can take your hands on the very corners of your reformer, or if you need to get off of your wrists, you can drop down onto your forearms here. 4-point kneeling position, shoulders over the hands, hips right over the knees. We're gonna go with our left toes, balls of our feet on the foot bar. And then once you get your left toes, balls of your feet on, right knee stays. We're gonna push out. Pause here, point your toes, squeeze your booty, bend as we come back in. Exhale, push, inhale back. As always, think abs, in, squeeze your butt. right where your glute connects to your leg. Exhale out, inhale back. I'm keeping a high heel or like pointed toes the entire time, and that is really gonna fire up that glute max when you do that. Okay, we're gonna do 4 more here. And 3. Last one. And in. Okay, now stay on your hands and knees. We're gonna take the right forearm down into your headrest. You're gonna take your left foot in an external rotation. So the foot should be parallel on the foot bar, toes should be all the way towards the front. So toes and heel should be on, and then we're gonna push out, in, out, in. And you can have your right forearm either on the shoulder side of the shoulder blocks, which I move mine to, or you can go to the strap side, that's up to you. Exhale, push, inhale back. Squeeze your booties every time we go out and in. Getting into our glute med, glute mid a little more in this external rotation. Last one was glute max. Let's do 4, 2, and 1. All the way back in. Okay, once we come back in, we can pause. We're gonna rotate back towards our foot bars. We're gonna take our hands on the foot bar, stand up. Right foot goes on the wooden platform this time. Left foot steps back as far as you feel comfortable. Again, if you can't get to the shoulder block, that is fine. Again, if you feel comfortable, take your hands off the foot bar. If you don't, leave them on. Neutral position, little hinge. Left leg stays long. Just lunging here. We're bending our right knee, pushing into our right foot, again, to stand back up. One side, it's gonna feel a little more challenging to balance on, than the other. And right side is never my good side. Try to keep that left leg long. Inhale, bend. Exhale, press into your right foot to come up. Should be a lot of work in that right leg. Okay, I'm gonna do 5, 4, 2, last one. Okay, feel free to take your hands on the foot bar, step your left foot forward, rotate towards the left side. The wider the feet, the easier this is gonna be. Again, for abductors, take a look at your feet, make sure that they're even and parallel, arms wherever. Again, we're gonna exhale to push the carriage away for these. Inhale, resist in. Exhale, push, inhale, back in. Outsides of the legs into those glutes. Okay, we're gonna do 3 more here. 2. And then last one. Exhale, push, and inhale back. Okay, now once we come back in, we're gonna go ahead and pause. Feet stay in the same position. I'm gonna push about halfway out, hold, bend my knees, sink into a squat. I should be hinging slightly forward, left leg out and in, right leg stays. Left leg out, in, for skates. Again, to make it easier, you're gonna go a wider stance. More challenging is when your feet are closer. Try to keep your torso and your right leg in the same spot the entire time. We're gonna do 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, keep the left leg, right leg goes out, in, This is when my body really starts to hate this. Keep the left leg, keep the torso, right leg out, and try to get to that straight leg. Try not to lean to the left side when you do that. Okay, we're gonna do 4, 2, 1, and in. Whew. Okay, rotate towards your straps, towards your shoulder blocks. Come down onto your hands and knees. Again, if you need to drop down onto your forearms for this, you can always do this on your forearms to get off of your wrists. Right toes, balls of your feet go onto the foot bar. High heel. When you're ready, it's an exhale to push out. Pause here, point your toes, squeeze your booty, and then bend to come back in. Exhale, push, inhale back. Eyes to the floor, abs are into our backs. And I am thinking I'm evenly weighted throughout all 5 toes. So I'm not rolling my weight to my big toe when I push out. I'm not rolling my weight to my little toe. We're gonna do 4 more. 2 and 1. Okay, when we come back in, we're gonna pause. I'm gonna set my knee down. I'm gonna go left forearm. Again, you can either go on the strap side of your shoulder blocks or on the shoulder side. I went on the shoulder side last time. Our right foot is parallel. The toes should be all the way forward. So your toes and heel are on. Exhale out for that external rotation. Inhale back. And our whole body should be slightly rotated towards the right side. Toes, hips, knees, shoulders. Again, last one was larger muscle groups. This is going to get into those smaller muscle groups. Okay, 4. 2 more. And 1. And in. Okay, once we come back in, we're just gonna go ahead, pause with our carriages in. I am gonna take off that light spring for a stretch here. And then after our stretch, we're gonna go into some more feet and straps. So left knee is gonna go forward, right toes, balls of your feet on the wooden platform. You're gonna push the carriage out, drop your hip, lift your chest, hold yourselves here. If you wanna go into more of a pigeon stretch and swing your left leg around for pigeon, you can. We're not going to be here long, just a heads up, just a quick stretch. Okay, bring it in, right knee down, left toes on the wooden platform, push, drop your hip, lift your chest, hold. Okay, lift your hip, bring that carriage all the way back in. We're gonna sit off to the side. Let's get some adductor, some inner thigh work in, just because we did so much abductor stuff. So 2 heavy springs, up to you. If you would like to add on a light with those for your adduction, personal preference, I'm just gonna stick to 2 red. We are gonna do just normal feet and straps. Headrests are up or down. We're gonna lie ourselves down. And then once we get down, we're gonna go long loops onto our feet. Legs will go up to like a little lower than a 45-degree angle, so not super high. Heels together, toes are turned apart, neutral position of our pelvis. Okay, just starting with legs opening out to the sides of the room on an inhale, staying in the same plane and bringing our heels back together. So we're gonna inhale, open out. Exhale as we bring our heels all the way back together for, again, that adduction. So inner thighs, legs stay long, inhale, open, exhale, close as wide as you feel comfortable going with your legs. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 more. And then last one. Now, when I bring my legs together, pause, internal rotation, so toes are together, heels are turned apart, and then same movement, but internally rotated. So when we open, make sure that your toes stay pointed towards each other. Exhale, bring your toes back together. You'll notice range of motion is gonna be a little smaller for these. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring those toes back together. You should still really feel your adductors. Okay, let's do 3 more here. 2, and then last one. Okay, bring your feet parallel with each other. Legs are gonna lower a little further down towards our springs. We're gonna open them wide out to the sides to circle around and back up. So we're exhaling to lower, inhaling as we open wide, again to circle our legs around and up. Keeping that nice neutral position the entire time. Now, the next time we go up, we're gonna pause at the top and then reverse. We're gonna open our legs out, press down and around, zip them together, and then we're hinging at our hip to come back up. So we should feel our adductors, our inner thighs, again, working to bring our legs together. Then this is going to be the last one. Then when we come back up, pause at the top, feel free to come out of your neutral spine. We're going to bend our knees, bring the bottoms of the feet together, hold your butterfly stretch. You can pull your straps, you can push your knees away from you. Should feel maybe not great on your inner thighs, but give your inner thighs a stretch, give your hips a nice stretch here. Okay, then we will take our straps off of our feet, hang it back up, and we are finishing with lunges. I always like to start sitting off to the left side of our reformers. One heavy spring on, the other heavy can come off. And then once we get to that heavy spring, we're gonna stand to the side. Our right foot goes back onto the shoulder block. Left foot is on the floor. We're gonna do 1 lunge. So we're gonna push out with the right, push out with the left. We're gonna pause out here, and then you're holding wherever that feels good in your bodies. So you can drop down onto the frame if you'd like. You can move your carriages in and out. You can hold on to your foot bar. It is up to you. I'm just trying to stretch out the front of my right leg, back of my left. Okay, bring that carriage all the way back in. We're gonna either hop over or walk over to the other side, and then same stretch on the other side. Left foot back, right foot is on the floor. Push out with your left first, then push out with your right, and then from here it is up to you if you're holding, moving your carriage, dropping down a little further, stretching the front of the left leg, back of the right. Okay, carriages can come all the way back in. You can just sit off to the sides. We are all finished with that workout. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for joining me today.